hate how I have to go through this every single time. And I always forget too, which just makes it even worse. Now, you guys probably have initial thoughts wondering, why am I annoyed right this very moment? Well, I have a certain video I have planned and everything, but right now I'm a bit hungry. So I came into my kitchen, my simple, lovely looking kitchen, and just wanted to grab some sort of snack before I began my actual video. And as you can clearly see right now, I am a bit too short. Now I can reach the refrigerator handle, but the thing is, I'll be able to only grab the very bottom part of it. And if I try to pull on it, yeah, let's just say it's not gonna go well for me. And the door will not get open whatsoever. So excuse me for a moment, so I can go grab my stool. Be right back. God, this stupid piece of shit. Stupid stool. I don't even like you. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back now. With my handy dandy stool here. Let me just... There we go. And... there we are. Alright, now I can actually open the fridge normally. Okay, let's see what we got in here. Oh, before I go ahead and grab my snack really quickly, basically this entire video is going to be of me explaining my overall thoughts when it comes to Black Ops 6 in general, and then basically showing me hitting Master Prestige, which I never thought I was going to hit in this game, but I guess I fought through the boredom of this, and I somehow managed to accomplish that. So once again, I'm going to go ahead and grab my snack, eat it, and then we will commence the video. Now, where in the hell did I leave my snack? Really quickly before we get into my overall thoughts, I just want to showcase to you the class that I decided to make for getting my final levels to hitting Master Prestige. For the main weapon, it's basically the GS45 pistol with a suppressor and extended mags. For the melee option, it's a skateboard, which I never used before ever. I didn't even know I had it unlocked. The feel upgrade is Frost Blast, which is definitely the least goofy thing out of this entire class. Then moving down to the tactical, it's a stim shot. And for the lethal, it's an impact grenade. Honestly, probably one of the worst pickups you honestly could get when playing zombies in Black Ops 6. And then for the Gobblegum pack, I basically selected for all of my 5 slots just the more goofy kind of Gobblegums that does these funny effects onto zombies. But that's enough of the class setup. I just wanted to showcase it because I just went all out goofy with this class setup. And now we can officially begin with my overall thoughts. So first, I'll be trying to briefly talk about the campaign. For starters, I have to admit in that I was decently hooked with the revealing trailers and info about the campaign before the release of Black Ops 6. I did appreciate it being set around the 90s during the Gulf War, using real-life footage at times, and with legitimate historical figures such as Bill Clinton, Saddam Hussein, and George H.W. Bush, just to name a few. It was cool to be in the different set pieces throughout some missions, such as the oil fires during the first mission when maneuvering around the inflamed area, and going undercover wandering around at the private party event of Bill Clinton. Even seeing him on stage at one moment and having a matching color themed map of the event when doing the mission itself. Also, bringing back the safe house from Black Ops Cold War, but basically upgraded. This time around, it was a mansion type house, having the similar features of being able to pick lock doorknobs and talking to the different characters with multiple dialogue options to pick during being in the safe house. Also, you get to pick on what to add within the square footage of the perimeter of either a training area, gear station, or weapons bench, adding a bit more depth on adjusting the space. Now, having said all this, I never actually finished playing the campaign fully, so I can't say anything about the later missions as I only played up till the 5th one. The thing I will say, just going off the top of my head, when it comes to the pacing of the missions I played, it was honestly fairly balanced in having its slow/stealthy moments and chaotic/fun moments throughout, with some favoring more the slower/stealthy moments, which I didn't mind at all. However, the biggest issue I had looking back at the different scenarios and factors added with the missions were underwhelming in their implementation opportunities. The missions just felt like I was completing them for the sake of completing them. Nothing went deeper that goes along the twists and turns and messed up / darker elements previous Black Ops campaigns have done really well. It would have been nice if the campaign added more depth to like the characters, the set pieces, and or any possible controversy during the time period. It matching along the kind of emphasis they push with this game, particularly around not trusting anybody and the truth is a lie, which they failed to do, at least to me. And now I'll move on to multiplayer. This mode sure has become such a sloppy mess, especially in a visual sense to say the least. When it came to the Omni movement, I can appreciate with the devs in a broader lens, bringing a new form of mechanics with the movement in your potential approach during gunfights when using them. It felt clunky at first, but not for too long and got adjusted to it. The thing I will say is, I didn't use or see other players using the Omni movement all that much during matches. A fair amount of the gunfights looked more like traditional COD movement of jump and drop shotting, with a sprinkle of sliding here and there and tack sprinting, at most. There didn't felt like much of a purpose in using the Omni movement for much of an advantage or tactical reasons. The gunplay was good and feeling smooth when firing, but man, what a nightmare in the meta usage with the Jackal PDW at the time and whatever other ones throughout its cycle. Now with the maps, they weren't all that great. They were on the smaller / medium side of things and having their share of bigger maps, but their overall flow weren't consistent, especially the maps that were meant to be in the 2v2 gunfight mode, but were added as normal maps, such as Gala for example. Terrible cases of spawn trapping and flow. To name more examples of normal base maps, Babylon was chaotic, but not in a fun way, and Vorkuta was unnecessarily big and took long to find enemies. And honestly, I really don't know what the fuck they were thinking when making Redcar. Dog shit. In general, these maps really didn't fit multiple game modes and, to me at least, aren't super memorable that indicates along the time period of the 90s. Lastly, the immersion was broken literally after a month, adding in ridiculous looking character and gun skins that obviously didn't match the time setting behind a paywall of bundles on top of that. Even having certain deals before the game was fully out if you were to pre-order the game, making it difficult to take the immersion factor all that seriously, and it's simply such a shame in not wanting to respect the certain era in its portrayal. And for the finale, I'll be talking about zombies. I honestly wanted to give this mode a chance, since I did have enjoyment with Cold War zombies. However, an issue I had with this zombies was that it was drawing similar features from multiplayer and Warzone. In the sense of multiplayer, it was the same lethal and tactical equipment and score streaks. With Warzone is the bottom left HUD layout with armor plates, health bar, and form of currency. It all becomes a blur of having these similar features and not making them more unique to their modes that they fit better in. Now, while it did bring more depth on how you get to play in zombies, I just wish they would switch out all the multiplayer features and make them into something more fitting to zombies. The one example I can remember is the mutant injection and how you can turn into one of the zombie types and use its abilities. Especially when thinking of past items from old COD zombies in stuff like the Thunder Gun, the different bow varieties on Dreisendrach, and even the different staff options of fire, wind, lightning, and ice from Origins. And yes, Black Ops 6 does have its own types of wonder weapons, which were interesting, but still. Anything similar and wacky in that kind of direction, since Zombies is the one mode where the creativity can be implemented to greater extents, applying to any kind of simple items, wonder weapons, or even the maps themselves, all that kind of stuff. Other negatives would be in the laziness of having the same zombie types from Cold War zombies and from any later added BO6 zombie maps. What I mean by that is, whatever type of character were added in one map, they would then be used again in another later added map as well. In terms of the difficulty, it wasn't as brutal, specifically when squeezing through a pack of zombies and not being trapped or stopped by them like in past COD zombies. I've had many occasions of easily sliding through a bunch of zombies and nothing happens. A thing I'll say I did like were the faster running zombies in the higher rounds, literally sprinting at you and making you need to check more often to shoot at them, making sure that they are dead. I would also say the maps have a role in this, in that some really have such open areas that decreases the difficulty as well. Later added maps did felt more tight in their spaces, but not much difference. I did wish they would have taken steps further in adding features to make the moments of training or running away from a big pack of zombies more tense. Some past examples would be the overall layout of Kino der Toten being all tight spaces throughout, even with the more open spaces, and the mud pathways from Origins that will slow you down, / the big robot imprint spots that could possibly either block your way or crush you at times when the red lights start to blink. It makes the maps more alive and creates potential tense scenarios. Generally, Black Ops 6 Zombies could have been done better with other kinds of opportunities. And those were my overall thoughts. Honestly, BO6 was just not that great of a COD game. I don't necessarily think it was the worst kind, but honestly, yeah, there were a lot of things that they could have improved on. And now to end it off, here is a dramatic edit of the moments of me getting the last needed kills before officially hitting Master Prestige. Enjoy that.
It's a fucking It's a fucking
Well, time to never play this game again. Let me just put down my controller. Yep, I am done now, so let me turn off my console. Much better. Anyways, later.